Hey there, how you doing? It's Chris at Fit School. Hope you're all well today. Now we got asked a question earlier in the week from one of our members, and I have it just here. It goes, "Hello, Chris, Karen. I heard a lot of people talking about the 5-2 program, where you eat normally for 5 days, and then you only eat 500 calories on the other 2 days. I know you're not fans of calorie counting, but I wanted to hear your thoughts. Thank you very much." So the 5-2 program. Now there was a program about 18 months ago by a guy called Michael Mosley, and he did a TV show on Horizon, and basically they looked into the effects of fasting onto your body and how much fasting you could do to get different benefits. He looked at it primarily for fat loss or weight loss, but there are other benefits that came back from that, such as increased brain function and anti-aging effects, but we won't talk about that today. We'll talk primarily about, people want to know about weight, don't they? Weight and fat loss, that's the main thing. So what he found was that the fasting and the research that he saw and he found worked for him. It helped him get his BMI down, which is what he was focusing on. Whether or not you think BMI is good or not, that's irrelevant, but he wanted to focus on getting his BMI down, which he did. So from that, the fast diet and the 5-2 diet was sold, and then it's what you see now in the papers and also in the books, which you I imagine you've seen. So the question is whether or not I think it's any good. Now, I would never give anybody the 5-2 diet, primarily because I think people get a bad relationship with food when they are into a diet as such, because the 5-2 diet is about eating normally in 5 days, and you restrict your calories on the 2 days. But what people do is they eat whatever they want plus 25% on the 5 days, and then on the 2 days they starve themselves, and then they think more is better, so I'll eat less and less and less and less and less. So it doesn't really create a healthy relationship with food, because it's all about punishing yourself on those 2 days and overindulging on the other days. And it wouldn't surprise me, with some long-term studies on this, that actually people are actually consuming on average the same amount of calories that they would eat if they weren't doing the fast. And I imagine, a 10-year study, you wouldn't find much difference, or you find people who are returning the weight to what they had prior to the fast. So that's one reason why we don't really advise it. Second of all is, fasting itself is quite tricky and challenging. If you haven't tried eating 500 calories in a day, just try it, and that'll answer your question about how it makes you feel. It's pretty tough. Some people can cope quite well, some people can't. So we are about punishing people through food and through dieting. So that's one reason why we don't like that. The next reason is the psychology behind it. So, are you actually harming yourself or harming your mental approach to food and diet and health by having 500 calories on that day? Because trust me, again, when you fast, you're thinking about food all the time. And do you want to be thinking about food all the time? Do you want to be hungry and trying to balance that out and trying to fight the urge? That's not a great way to live your life. So we don't think that's a good thing to impose onto our members. Again, the long-term benefits, we're just not sure about it. People can lose weight, but I can make people lose weight within 3 or 4 weeks, maybe a stone in 3 or 4 weeks. But by the end of it, you'd be absolutely destroyed mentally, physically. You'd never want to see me again, or you'd never want to eat again. It's all about how you handle the mindset of the person who's doing the diet, not just what the diet can achieve. And trust me, you must look at this from a health perspective, not just a weight perspective. Weight will fall off if you actually put health first. Don't put weight first and then health lower down the pecking order. And then the last big issue I've got is your family life. Now, there are a lot of studies which do point towards or link eating disorders with kids and children, and also parents who diet, particularly mums who diet. Now, if you can contain your dieting to almost like a dirty secret away from the home life, so when you come home you look like you're eating normally with your family, then fine, great. But if you're coming home and you're making comments, or you're concerned about eating foods, or you are seen to be not eating the same as other people, that sets seeds in motion for your kids, and I'm just not happy about prescribing anything which encourages that. Because look, this is about health. We don't want you to be skinny and dead. We want you to be in shape, healthy, and also have a great active lifestyle. So really think long term about what is the benefits beyond weight, what you're doing, what the knock-on effects, and whether all those together will work for you. It just works out that it's not in line with our fit school philosophy, but it might work for you. We would suggest you try other options, other avenues. They could be cutting out processed foods, cutting down processed or refined sugars, increasing your protein, get moving, anything active, doesn't really matter. People are not active enough, and that's the main problem. So just anything, could be walking extra, just 20 minutes whenever you can, 10 minutes, 20 minutes whenever you can. Try those simple things, and you might find actually you get the results you're looking for, because the 5-2, what really attracts people is that they feel as if it's a punishing way to lose weight, and it's a fast way to lose weight, because it looks like it's extreme, and we're attracted to extreme measures in weight loss pursuits. Now, what we've done, we've been in this game for over 10 years, and trust me, most people don't come out of this in a good place. So look after your health, look at it as a bigger picture than just weight loss, and definitely try the advice we've given you first. But hopefully that's answered some questions. Any more, drop them down on our Facebook page, but hopefully we'll speak to you soon. Take care.